All right, guys. Good morning. I hope y'all are having a great day. It's been a while, and I hope you guys are ready for this training once again. So, like I said, we'll be working on trend lines, and probably you're gonna ask the question, what is a trend line? So, a trend line is a line that we draw on our chart that connects the swing guy and the swing lows during the trends of market or probably during the trending market. So have this in your mind. It connects the swing guy and the swing low. That is the first thing you've got to understand. Okay. All right. So let's go straight to the course. So the first thing you're gonna ask yourself is, what is the current market trend? So the question is, are we in an uptrend or is the market in a downtrend? So, and we all know that in order to recognize the uptrend of a market, we recognize the uptrend through the higher high and higher low. And you recognize the downtrend via the lower high and the lower low. All right, so let's do something. So I want my chart to be as clear as possible. Okay. So I want to do something before we move up. So let's make that a refresher course. Let's create a refresher course. Okay. Trying to take a look at the exact destiny I've got to pick. All right. So if the market is in an uptrend, we see something like this. Something like this. Always understand that the market will not be as straight as this, or probably you use the word as perfect as this. So this this is an uptrend. Like we said, an uptrend consists of higher high and higher low. So this is high. Oh, I don't really. I'm very sure that you guys still understand this. So I just want to make it a refresher course so you can understand what we're saying. So this is an high. This is a low. This is a low. This is the high. Okay, let me just try to do something. Let's do something. Um. Okay. So this is a low. This is a low. So we tag it as low, and we tag this as high. So now we'll be using LL and something like that. All right. So I'm going to change back to text. So this is higher low. This is higher high. So this is higher high. So you have another higher low here. Higher low. And we have another higher high. So in a trending market, this shows that the current market is in an uptrend. And when the market is um in a downtrend, you see something like this. Okay, let me use another one. This is it. So it's the name is Pat. So you see something like this. First, it gets to the previous low. It pulls back, goes down, pulls back, goes down, pulls back, come down, pull back, go down, pull back, and go down. All right. So this is these are the things you must look for in the market: the higher high, the higher low. In an uptrend, let me put something like uptrend. uptrend. This is on uptrend, and in a downtrend. And this is a downtrend. So a downtrend consists of lower high and lower low. All right, so let me just give it a name. This is a high. This is a lower high. This is lower low. So like that, we have the high, we have the lower high, we have the lower low, we have the lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower low, and so on and so forth. So whenever you want to recognize a trending market, so this is how you recognize a trending market. Remember, let me refresh your memory. We have the lower trend consists of higher low and lower consists of lower low and lower high. That is for the downtrend, consists of lower low and lower high. While the uptrend consists of higher low and higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And what does that means? So let's go to the chart now. I'm going to delete all these and go straight to the chart. I think we have something like eraser button here. So I'm going to pause and clear the screen. So guys, so I just clear up the screen now. Now take it back here. All right. Let me put it back here. All right. So now from the example I gave you, you can clearly see, remember, I'm working on a 1 hour time frame. You can see that the market was in a downtrend. And remember, the downtrend consists of the run coming this way. This is the run. This looks like the pullback. Then it comes down, it runs, it's pullback. To run it, pullback, run. Okay, let me use this thing to follow. Let me use the path to follow it. Okay, so this is the run. This is the pullback, probably to this level. This looks like the run, but it doesn't really make any sense. So this is the run to the to the downward side, pullback, run, pullback. There's serious run. It's pulls back, under run, pullback, run. Before it changes to an uptrend. So we're going to cover some things here. Oops. So okay, we still have it here. Run, pull back until it is above the previous. I mean, until the market comes and breaks this resistant area and pulls upward. So what we're going to be doing rather. So the first thing I want you guys to understand is that first, do not expect a perfect market structure. That's the first thing. Probably market trend, whatever you want to call it. Do not expect a perfect market trend. Else, you'll miss out on a lot of trades. So in order not to miss out on a lot of trades, you have to see what is the market saying. That will be the first question. Is it in an uptrend? All right. So you guys got to understand that we're currently okay. The market is currently trending. And understanding the structure will give you an edge. So you won't just go against the trend, because going against the trend means you losing money, and going with the trend means you are making money. So these are the things you've got to understand when trading. All right, so let's continue. Before we start drawing your trend lines, first remember I taught you the top down approach. So first, let's go for the top down approach. So let's take a look at this. First, recognize your support and your resistance. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be making use of this I'm going to be giving you an imperfect support and resistance. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be giving, because I only want to make use of trend line. So in order for you to get your trend line, so come to buy. Okay, let me just show you something. You remember I'm using bybitglobal.com. So that will be the list we'll be using, bybitglobal.com. So please work on that. Just go to your search box on your computer and search bybitglobal.com, and you can log in by scanning. I won't be able to do that now. So you log in by scanning your the QR code. So you're going to see that option there. You scan the QR code and you log in. All right, so let's continue. 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 Okay, so let's go back to where we stopped. So now, in order for you to know the trends of market first, always try and get your support and your resistance. Okay, so for example, around this level, and I hope you still remember how to recognize your support and your resistance level. I don't know if you still remember that. So I'm gonna change this from 2 pixels to 4 pixels to make it bigger. Sorry. All right. So in order to get your support and your resistance level, remember these are levels where the price reacts to multiple times. The price reacts to it multiple times. So an example of the reaction is this. You can see this is an imperfect reaction. Reacts to it, goes down, reacts to it, comes down, reacts to it, comes down. Then you see it reacts to it, it goes up, reacts to it now. This is another level of reaction. Then it becomes a support around this level. So you can see multiple reactions: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is a perfect support area, and we can see that this is a perfect resistant area, but we won't be using that level right now. Oops, sorry. So we won't be using that level right now. So like I said, every trending market consists of runs and pullbacks. So let me try, and before I go into this, I'm very sure you guys understand what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything, you know. All right, so now in an uptrend, you can see this is the run, this is the pullback, this is the run, this is the pullback, this is the run, this is the pullback, run and pullback, run, pullback, run, pullback, run, pullback. Now let me use the path to draw it. Okay, so from this level, it's changed from a downtrend to an uptrend from this level. And what do you see? You can see this hammer candle. All right, from run, pullback, 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 run, pullback. This is the run. This is another pullback, run. This is the run. This is the pullback. So this is how you always recognize what your market is saying. So that is whenever you want to enter into the market, you first recognize where is my support, where is my resistance, and what is the market actually saying. Is the market in an uptrend or in a downtrend? Now taking a look at this is another way you can recognize if your market is an uptrend or in a downtrend. Let me go first with a downtrend. Let's take a look at this. All right. So from a downtrend perspective, this is what we're going to do. Let me see the beginning of this downtrend. Okay, it's still an uptrend. I want to trend. Okay, so I think I have a perfect uptrend here that I would like to use for the course of this training. All right. So but I want to try and go from a downtrend to an uptrend. So I'm gonna look for a perfect downtrend. Oops. Oh yeah, this is a perfect downtrend for this analysis. All right, so you're going to place your candle for a downtrend. Remember, you don't have to have a perfect drawing. Always note that you don't need to have a perfect drawing. So I'm gonna explain something to you. I think this thing is giving me issue. All right, so I'm going to explain something to you. First, your candle must touch at least two, either the body or the wick of your candlestick. Let me try and expand it a little bit. Let me expand it a little bit. So your candle must touch either two, that is the minimum, two or more part of the candle in a downtrend or in an uptrend. So what do I mean? First, you can see my candle, it touches. So, and another thing is that it doesn't matter if it is touching the wick or the body. That one doesn't matter. Just make sure your candle touches these areas of this candle, either the wick or the body. So now I'm making use of the wick here. You can see it touches the body here. This one is like a fake breakout. We have a fake breakout here. Take a look at this one. It touches it. It touches the wick, touch the body, touch the wick, touch the body. So that does not matter. So whatever part of the candle, the only thing you cannot do is that you can't draw a I mean a trend line like this. You can't draw a trend line like this. You can't draw a trend line like this. Always note, it has to touch either the upper part or the lower part of the candle. And according to what we are doing, we are touching the low upper part of this candle because we are currently in a downtrend. All right, so take a look at this. So it touches different part of this candle. And take a look at this. Whenever it touch the part, it acts as the resistance and push it down. Tries to, let me make use of this path again. It touch it here, it pulls down, it touch it again, it pulls down, touch it again, pulls down, breaks it, a fake breakout, then it push down seriously, touch it again, pulls down, touch it again, pulls down, touch it. I mean, it comes to this level, comes down until, take a look at it, until it breaks above the trend line. That's when the pattern changed from it changed from a downtrend to an uptrend. So you can see the importance of these trend line. All right. So I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete it. So now what does this tell you? It tells you that your trend line can act as a form of either support or resistance. Now let's take a look at this other part of it. In an uptrend, take a look at this. You can draw it this way, and you can take a look at that. Take a look at this. You see that it serves as support. You touch this, move up, touch it, move up, touch it, move up, touch it, move up until it touches the end. Whenever you see a break below this level, it becomes a downtrend. Take a look at it. We still have another fake out here. That's where you draw your support and your resistance. That's the essence of drawing support and resistance. So that's your own. So let's do something now. I'm only using this as the prior example. So, and there's another thing you can do. So you can have a long distance around this level. So we still have it here. Take a look at something. Take a look at something. Take a look at this. So you can see it serves as a support around this level. It's touch it. Remember, we have one here. Remember, we have one here. We have one here. That's not that. Okay. So we have one here. So we have the long term pattern. I mean long term trend line. So it serves as, remember, here it serves as the support here. It breaks the support, comes down, comes up, touching it. And when it touch it, then it becomes resistance. Look at it, touch it, it goes down. Come here, touch it, move down, touch it, move down, touch it, move down, until it can no more touch it and begins to move down. And at this level, you can see a form of trend exhaustion. I don't know if what I'm explaining is getting too big right now. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So this is called trend exhaustion, where the trend gets to a particular point, it comes down, gets to the same point, comes down, gets to, so it serves as another resistance area. It serves as another resistance area. But if you have drawn your pattern touching this line, remember I told you it must touch at least two candle wick or candle body. I remember I touch it here one, touch it here two, three. So whatsoever happen, it means that this level is valid. And you could have just draw it, get into this level, and maybe that's the end of the trend. No. Take a look at this, it touch it. You can still keep on extending it. I remember it touch it here, touch it, and until it gets to a stage where it can no more touch it. And at this point, what do? You draw another short straight. Coming. So you draw another short, another candle that will serve as so take a look at it now. See, it's touched this level, moves down, touch it, moves down. It begins to run around the level until it breaks. Remember, the moment it breaks it, take a look at what happened. After it breaks this trend line, it moves up. So the trend line end up becoming the support. The trend line end up becoming um it ends up becoming the support. Yeah, the support. So from this level, take a look at, you can also draw another trend line here. Remember, it can touch two or more candlestick body. And take a look at this. The moment it breaks, it begins to move, and it never come back to that level until you have something around this level. All right, so now this is what we're going to do to make it easier for us, and in order to not to bore us with this um, diverse explanations. So let's go back to our top-down approach before we start drawing our trend lines. All right. So top-down approach is understanding the market trend. Understanding the market trend. And we start by recognizing our resistance area. So I'm going to use the previous listing that I've been using. So we're going to use a rectangle box. To what do we use it for? To recognize our support and resistance area. So remember I told you something sometimes ago. I said whenever you want to draw your um your support or resistance, you don't expect a picture perfect trend in the market, because the market is not perfect. So you don't expect a picture perfect trend. And that is the reason I am not using trend line to draw it anymore. So in order for you to capture diverse areas in the market, so remember this is a daily support, this is a daily resistance. So you have to put it there, the arrow. They are. So these are the things you must do on all your trades. So whether you see this, you're like, oh, this is my daily resistance. Likewise, you can have your the weekly resistance. And take a look at it. Comes there, touch it. After drawing this now, there is something that comes to your head. You realize that okay, whenever the market gets to this level, the next thing that should come to my head is that I should prepare a short entry. I hope you get that. I should prepare a short entry. So with you can't just use this alone. You can't just, you remember we're only discussing, I'm only after trend lines. So at the end of this class, not really this video, at the end of this class, remember I told you this class is gonna be a 2 week class. So at the end of this class on trend line, then I'll begin to show you how to use the chart pattern, how to make use of areas of confluence, how to use your trend lines to have an high quality trade. Sorry, a high quality trade. So remember, all right. So now we have we have this here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 touches before it begins to tank down. All right. So the next thing is, you ask yourself, what do I do? How do I enter this trade? So, like I said, the first question you're going to ask yourself is, what do I do and how do I trade this token? First, understand that you cannot just enter a trade once you get this, because you just have your what's the name, your trend line, or probably your support level marked. So remember, you can mark your this resistance level with your trend line or your market, whatever you want to market, whether your trend line or your rectangular box. So you know that you must pair it with other price actions. So, and these are the things we will discuss later, like I said earlier. All right. So the next thing we need to do right now is that, all right, so let me do something. I'm going to cut this video now and make another video. Let's do that. So I start from that. I think this video is getting longer.